To my friend from Pennsylvania, your Q&A, you got 5 minutes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wasn't planning on asking this, but just it was good dialogue around the American Rescue Plan, and I want to present some facts that weren't mentioned, although we mentioned it both in our opening statements. Can you state again how many new jobs have been created in the last 2 years?
I said over 12 million is 12.4.
And is there any 4-year period in American history where you saw that many new
No.
jobs created?
No.
And was that projected by any independent analytics firm or CBO just
No.
a couple years ago? Are you aware that CBO, as well as others, have directly stated that the American Rescue Plan is part of the reason for our strong recovery?
I am.
And are you aware of any other OECD country coming out of COVID that has had as strong growth and a strong job creation as the United States of America?
I do not.
Thank you. Now, I was struck, I noticed your testimony last week over in the Senate, and I was struck by some of my Republican colleagues in that chamber have kind of foggy memories. Perhaps it goes with serving in the Senate, but be that as it may, let me help clear up the record, since some seem to be confused on that other side. Senator Romney, Senator Scott, Senator Lee, Senator Graham, Senator Thune, as well as others in this chamber, have explicitly called for benefit cuts to Social Security. And if any one of them doubt that, I'm happy to provide those quotes for the record. Let me quote one exactly, Senator Mike Lee. He has said, and I quote, "It will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up from the roots, and to get rid of it," end quote. So, on the other hand, the president's budget makes it pretty clear that there will be no cuts. But there seems to be some confusion out there as to this matter. So can you please talk about the prospect of Social Security cuts that some have clearly called for in relation to the president's budget?
Well, you've laid out some of the history there. I'll just talk about what the budget does on Social Security. The president fully funds. Budget is about values, and he strongly believes that benefits should not be cut for seniors who have paid into this program, and his budget reflects that value.
Thank you. Would you be able to, because there's an inside baseball term, this is my characterization of it, there's an inside baseball term in this town, non-defense discretionary, that most regular people, most normal people, frankly, have no idea what the heck that means. So when some on the other side talk about cutting non-defense discretionary, that might sound reasonable to some. Could you give some real-life examples of what exactly we're talking about if we saw cuts to non-defense discretionary?
Sure, I'll start with one we just had a discussion about, border security. That is a non-defense discretionary. Veterans medical care is a non-defense discretionary. Our law enforcement, state and local grants is in discretionary. FBI is in discretionary. Rail safety, air safety, TSA, wait times, Pell grants, child care block grants, Head Start, WIC, housing vouchers, to name a few.
And those are just a few.
To name a few.
Yes. Well, let me, because I want to, like the chairman pointed out, in the past when chairs and a ranking member, not necessarily in this committee, but have exceeded or taken up their time, if you're kind of on the end of the dais, it can be a little painful. So I will just stop there. We'll yield back. And thank you again, Director Young, for being here.
Thank you.